Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to Homeowner Tips. In today's episode, you'll learn about 9 ways to stay safe with the following home protection tips in this video. My name is Andrew Finney. Please consider me your real estate geek. I'm always here to help. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line and say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Before we continue with the 9 ways to stay safe, I'd like to ask you to please go ahead and let me know what you're thinking about this video as we go through this video. Write it down in the comment section below. And also, if you want to keep seeing these great videos, please do go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and do that now. So let's go ahead and go into 9 ways to stay safe. What the first way is that comes to mind all the time. The first one is installing an alarm system. If you do not have an alarm system on your home, you absolutely should have an alarm system on your home, and even better, make it a smart alarm system, kind of like if you go over the iSmart alarm system and start searching the internet with those type of options, check them out and see if it's going to be right for your house. A smart system is going to be able to tie in into your iPhone or Android device, your smart devices essentially, so you'll always know what's going on in and around your house, and it'll keep everything safe and it'll be monitored in real time for your home to be safe. So the last thing that you want to think about whenever you go home is, it's someone inside my house. Is somebody going to break into my house while we're in my house? An alarm system will help you absolve that fear. The second way is to keep in mind that nearly 1/4 of home robberies occur when someone is in the house. So with 25% of robberies occurring whenever somebody's in the house, that's kind of scary, because if they're a would-be burglar, whenever you watch some of those crime televisions on television, you can see, you hear these things where the burglar's like, well, we didn't think anybody was home and we went in to steal some things that we wanted to steal from these people, and they ended up committing murder. So we don't want that to be your case. We don't want anyone to die. We don't want anyone to get hurt. So the best way to absolve anybody breaking into your house is by knowing the facts, and also using your smartphone for instant alarms and having that alarm system on your house. If you have instant alarms on your smartphone, maybe you have a device set up so that it can activate a very, very loud siren. Go to your Google Play Store, go to your Apple Store, and see if there's any kind of home protection tip applications in there, because we both know there's so many out there. Find the one that's best for you and use it. The third way is to actually fake a burglary into your own home. Now you're probably wondering, well, why would I want to fake a burglary into my home? And that's a great question. The reason that you want to do that is you want to case your house. You want to look for any weak spots, any points of entry that they could get in. You know, what doors, if any, do you leave unlocked? What doors or windows, if any, are a little bit easier to access or on a dark side of the house, let's say at nighttime, that should have an automatic light going on over there? You know, there's great options about that, and we'll get into that too. But with lighting around your house that's motion activated, and especially those that even just keep the house dimly lit on the perimeters of it, are a very, very wise idea. And having those lights that go really, really super bright, kind of looking like if your house was an airport, if somebody activates it, is even better. So that they're already deterred because there's light in the area, but if they activate it, they're going to get blinded. And if you've ever been out in the dark and had a flashlight shown into your eyes real quick, what does that do to you? It makes it so that you can't see. So who has the element of surprise at that point? You do. And your home is going to be protected because you have that siren on your phone, and you also have that home alarm going on with your house as well. But you want to case it. You want to look at your house. You want to look at all the points that could possibly be unsecure in your property and get them secured. If you're not able to do it because you're too used to your property, simply ask a really good friend or a family member to come over and take a look at it and say, hey, if you were going to break into my house, how would you do it? And they'll probably laugh at first, right? They'll be like, well, what do you mean? I don't want to break in your house. I just come in. You know, you always let me in. And you'd be like, no, it's not like that. I'm just looking for security measures in my property. And I'm wondering, if you were to break into my house, how would you do it? And where would you start? And how would you go undetected? Those are the great questions you want to ask a close friend or family member so that you can further secure your property. The fourth way of staying safe is actually using your garage for its intended purpose. Using your garage for its intended purpose means you actually park your vehicles inside the garage. Now, in the military, when I was active duty in the Marine Corps, we would actually call this operational security. What that means is that you always have an unpredictable pattern so that somebody does not know or cannot pattern your activity. You know, different ways of driving to the store, different ways to going to work, different hours that you leave or different minutes that you leave. And if you have your cars parked inside the garage, people will likely not know when you're home and when you're not. It will be an automatic deterrent, because if you do have somebody casing your house looking for burglarizing your property, they're not going to know how to hit it as well, and it's going to become a deterrent because they cannot establish a pattern. Most burglars, like we said in point 2, hey, 25% of the time these burglaries happen when you're home. Now, that means 75% of the time they happen when you're not home. So that 75% of the time they're happening when you're not home is because they were able to identify a pattern in your behavior prior to breaking in. So the 5th way of keeping your home protected is to actually be cognizant about your keys. If any of your home keys go missing, don't assume that you lost them. Please don't do that. Err on the safe side and go ahead and replace all the locks immediately and lock up and hide any and all spare keys. Don't just be giving them out to like your best friends and everything else like that. Better ways of doing that will go on to the next point about codes and such. But if you're missing your keys, and check your keys right now. I mean, feel around for them. Make sure you have your keys. And account for all your spare keys. Know exactly how many spare keys you have and where they are, and lock them up. If you're missing any of them, even one, please, today, go get your locks changed. So the 6th way is actually changing your garage code often, especially if you're somebody that has kids, and kids that like to, they come home from school, they like to go in very easily. If you got a code on the front door or through the garage, those are very, very common ways that kids get inside the house without giving them a key, because, hey, they could lose it, and then we'd be changing our locks all the freaking time, right? So the point being here is that if you change your garage code often, then you'll be able to control that entry point into your home, and don't give it out to his friends or her friends, and make sure that you let them know, hey, this code is not to be given out. Do not give this code to your friends. Because what happens if they maybe are best of friends today, but the next day they're enemies or something, and now they got your garage code, and now they may be up to no good and not trying to mess with you or your house, but trying to mess with your child. Now, that's not cool. We don't want anyone messing with your baby, so please make sure that you don't get the codes to anyone but your baby, and monitor it and change it frequently, okay? Now, the 7th way to stay safe is be careful of what you post on social media. It sounds like a no-brainer to a lot of people. It may sound like common sense to a lot of you. At the same time, it happens each and every day, thousands and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of times on Facebook, Instagram, all of those programs, all those social media that are extremely popular and then people use. They're posting that, hey, I'm getting ready to go on a vacation. Hey, I'm getting ready to go here. I'm so excited. Vacation's in 2 weeks. In the meantime, you could have a predator, a person that's a burglar, just watching your social activity. You have a house they want to break into. They think that you got stuff in there that they want, and you probably do. And they're thinking, I'm going to have free reign of this house for about 10 days when they're gone on vacation. And meanwhile, you're over here when you're on your trip to Tahiti or you're on your trip to Hawaii or whatever, shooting all these selfies and everything else, sharing them to social media. Please don't do that. Share those photos after the fact. If you're going to take those photos, absolutely knock yourself out. I'm a big fan of photos. Obviously, I make video. Make video of your vacations and stuff and make it fun. At the same time, don't post them while you're gone. Wait until you get back from your vacation, then post them so you can maintain your home's protection, your security. If you own a second home or a third home or what have you, make sure that you have somebody there, a neighbor or a friend, or maybe you've hired somebody to pick up your mail, your newspapers, deliveries at the front doors, take off the flyers, hire a landscaper to mow the lawn in the summer and clear the driveway in the winter so that it looks like your house is constantly occupied. It also goes back to the importance of those security lights by having your lights on a sensor and a timer, a dusk to dawn timer, so that you always have lights going on. You can get that on both the perimeter of the house and on the interior of your house, so different things turn on here and there. So it's very important to take care of that so that you have the interior and exterior looking like it's being maintained and somebody's actively there, even if you're not. Not the 8th way here is to never leave a note on the front door for service providers, visitors, or even friends telling them how to enter your house. If you do that and you're leaving notes like that, then you can expect to be broken into and something to happen, because you don't know, especially if you're going to be gone, that you're leaving a note on the front door, a flyer saying, hey, this is how you get into my house. Hey, it's free reign, have fun with it. And the next thing you know, you just got robbed right out from underneath you for doing something that you did as a courtesy to help the service provider or visitor or the friend get into your house. At the same time, there was somebody unscrupulous and some derelict running around out there that saw it and took it as an invitation for them to go ahead and steal your stuff. don't do that. The ninth way here is to actually try to keep your announcements of major purchases, big purchases, off of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever else you're using, Snapchatters and all those other stuff. I may be saying some of the stuff wrong. There's so many of the social medias out there right now. I can't keep up with all of them, to be honest with you. So, but whichever one that you use, be careful to keep your vacations off, keep your major purchases off, because if you say, hey, I just bought a great big 85-inch television, you may find yourself getting cased, and you may find yourself missing that 85-inch television sometime into the future. Oh, I got a sound system. Oh, we got this wonderful home theater system. Yeah, it might be gone if you were cased and you posted that you were going on vacation and somebody went into your house and just robbed you blind. So be careful about what you put, and make sure that as an added layer of protection, check your security and privacy settings on your social media, and make sure that your account is locked down so that only your posts can be seen by trusted friends, not somebody that just friends you out of the blue, or somebody that you think that you may know, or they may know you and you have them as your friend. No, just your trusted inside circle, people that you physically know, people that you are real friends with, not just internet friends, cyber friends, right? So overall, it's important to be on guard without spending your days and nights convinced that a break-in is going to happen at any given minute. By using these tips and using these ways of protecting your house and staying safe, you can ensure your home safety and your sanity in the process. Now, it's your turn. Tell me which one of these 9 ways to keep your home protected and safe are most impactful to you. Which one are you going to use right away? Are you going to go get that alarm system installed right now? Are you going to be talking to a family or friend member about helping you figure out how they would break into your home? Or perhaps was it the most important thing was to wait until you get back from the vacation to post your wonderful pictures from your grand old time on vacation? Tell us about it in the comment section below, along with any other home protection tips you'd like to share with us in our community. Thank you. So if you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. Number 3, please share this video around with someone that you know is going to be able to help. Now, if you have any comments or questions about this video, I'm going to put my contact information up. Please feel free to reach out to me if you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply have a question, or just want to drop me a line and say hello. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching today. In between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. Thank you.